JMeter Core to Advanced level with BeanShell and JSR 2 to 3 use cases, real-time project application scripting, and JMeter Pro certification. Okay, so today will be day one, or you can say demo one. So in this demo one, what I'm going to do is this will be today's agenda. We'll have the introduction to performance testing and JMeter. We will learn why to learn JMeter. I'll talk about myself. I'll talk about the benefits of this course, who can enroll, right? I'll talk about key highlights of the course and course content in details. What application we will be using for practice in this course. Right? What will be the dates and timing? Actually, timing and dates already you know. Right? It has started from today. There will be no gap. Timing 9 p.m. Fine, 9 to 9 p.m. Yes, everyone comes in. We will start by 9:05, 9:07. Okay, till 10, 10:20, 10:30. Fine. Then I'll take your queries. So before I go and talk, this will be the day-wise topic that I teach, and I'll be sharing you guys in the WhatsApp group also. You can verify the course content. So today will be day one. People say this is a demo one, whatever you consider. Day one, demo one. There is nothing demo as such demo called for me, right? I start my session from day one only. So today will be just introduction, and then I'll take your questions, right? Then tomorrow will be day two where we'll enter into JMeter introduction like that. We will have this week open sessions, right? Uh, like today is Tuesday, correct? So till Friday, or maybe till Friday, because there is already one session pending. Few people have already installed, already enrolled, but I got some problems. So again, I restarted the batch. So only till 4 days, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 4 days we will be having open session. Open session means anyone can attend, and after 4 day sessions will be closed. Open session will be closed, right? Those who will be interested, they have to pay the fees and enroll. Correct. So day four means till day four, right? Till here we will have open sessions. Okay. Next, so yeah. So starting with the topics. So let us talk about this. What is performance testing? Very quickly. It will not take 15 to not more than 15 to 20 minutes. The introduction part. Okay. So just bear with me. Then if you have any questions, I'll certainly take. So see, like how there is performance. There is software development. Correct. So same software development has some phases. Then in like every software once developed, it goes to testing, and then that is called software testing. And in that also there is software testing phases. Software testing life cycle is there. In software testing also there are different types of software testing. Okay, functional and non-functional. So these topics we'll see in the next slide. So if I come here and if you see, so functional testing, non-functional testing. So if you see here, this performance testing that we are going to learn is here. Okay, it's one of the non-functional testing, one of the type of non-functional. Then security testing is also there, and these are the functional testing. Correct, all this. In performance testing also there are different types of performance testing, like this all. We'll covering this later on, right? Now we'll understand first like what is functional testing and non-functional, and then what is performance testing. We'll understand. So see. First, we'll take a real-time example. So let us say one car is developed, right? One any vehicle, any car is being developed. So once that is developed, so when individual component is tested, means it's all the features, right? Um, every small component when that is tested, okay, individually, right? So that will be called as functional testing of its features or every features or component of the car, correct? But when we run the car for what purpose it has been made, right? When we utilize all the component at once and then we test, so that is where it called performance, right? Means car is made for what? to drive on the road, to carry the loads, right? Loads, correct, loads, and to drive. So there, every when the car is driving, every component works. So whole component comes in picture, and then we drive the car, we use the car, right? And then we check the performance. So you got the idea, performance. Here, individual we test, correct? So difference is there. So same way, let us take that from an application point of view. So if you see, this is a login portal of a Gmail, right? Very famous. So suppose you have to do the functional testing of this. So you will there will be many test cases, okay, for that you can means that is the part of functional testing. If you want, you can learn from your end also. The If anyone who is not aware of the functional testing concept, right, I'll suggest that you watch some open free YouTube videos. Okay, many YouTube videos are there to learn manual testing, that is called actually, but it's not manual testing, it's the functional testing basics. Okay, but people call that as a manual testing, let it be. So you learn manual testing concept, you'll understand. Okay, so like individually, this field, like email field, password field, sign in button, it will be tested, right? That whether the email field is working fine or not, whether the email entered, if it is entered correctly, what is the behavior, if it is entered incorrectly, what is the behavior. Same goes for password. Then again, suppose we enter the email id, we do not enter the password, and we do the sign in, what is happening. If we enter wrong email id or in wrong format, what is happening, right? So, and again, after entering all this correctly, if we do the sign in, is signing happening correctly? So these will be different test cases that can be made just for this testing. So here you are testing the functionality of this individually, correct? So it is called functional testing. But same thing, uh, in performance testing, what it will be do, we will be doing, we will not be worrying about whether this is working or not, or whether this is working. Whole thing will be directly putting the email id, will be putting the password, will be doing the signing. Means what, we are using it, correct? The car, like car, we put the car in use, so we are using this functionality. Now when we are using this functionality, we will be checking the performance. Now from the application point of view, how it will be, how fast the login has happened, correct? Fast. So that fastness is called as response time, right? Plus, how many users can do this? Okay, how many users can log in at same time without any delay in the service? You're getting the point. Let us say 1 lakh people are, or 10 lakh people are doing the signing at the same time. So that is called load. Like how in car we put the load and we run. So the fastness of the car and the handling behavior, that will be its responsiveness, right? And the load, correct, that will be what, here it is user load, correct, user load. Okay, so how many users can do this sign in efficiently without facing any delay or without facing any error, and how fast this can be done? So that is where the performance comes in picture, right? And this is what the functional testing and the non-functional testing. In non-functional testing, we worry about the performance, we do not worry about the individual behavior of each component. No, we put all the component in use, and then we check the responsiveness, that is response time, and the load capacity, that is what the user load, correct? So that is the difference between functional testing and non-functional testing, right? In non-functional testing, the very famous are performance testing and security testing. Security testing is totally different domain, I'll talk a little bit on security testing later on. So you got the idea. Same way, let us say, suppose you are ordering a food. So when a customer places an order online, then he should get a correct order with a correct order number and order item, right? So testing the individual feature, like starting from the customer placing the order, then then whatever the steps happen one by one, that will be coming under functional testing. But the whole process, when we put in execution, in run, in use, then how much time it is taking, correct, and how much load it can handle to do those activity efficiently. So that will be part of performance, right? Correct. So getting the difference of functional and non-functional. Now, in industry means this IT world, this functional testing is done using two way. Okay, manual way and automation. Manual is what we do the things manually. We check each thing, each functionality, each behavior manually. Like the Gmail option, we will be we means what, any employee of any company. Let us say Gmail testers. Okay, so that employee will be logging in manually, writing the test case, manually writing the results. All those things he will be doing manually, right? Directly, without using any tool or anything. So that is manual method of testing. That is what manual testing, correct? You must have heard of. And then another is automation. So automation means what? Using some tools. When we use some tool and then we do those testing, that is called using automation. We do the functional testing, correct? So what are the different tools that are available to do the automation testing? Are Selenium, APN, Cypress, Protector, Tosca, HPFT. These are the tools, out of which this is very famous. Then this is for mobile testing, right? Mobile apps, like that. Okay. Now comes the security. Sorry, none. All muted. Now comes the non-functional testing. Right. So in non-functional testing, there are again different types of testings are there. Two are the famous. One is performance testing and security testing. See, before I come and talk about performance testing, which we are going to learn, I'll just talk about the security testing and let it go. Security testing is totally different domain. Domain means, see, this performance, manual, and automation. Generally, this is considered as one part, or you can say one domain. Okay, security, in the name testing is there, but actually it's totally different domain. What is the meaning of domain? Means totally different field. Okay, there is a very different kind of job for security tester. They do not have to worry about this manual, automation, performance. No. Okay, totally. And like their salary is also very high. It's a very respectable and very highly paid jobs. Okay, but it requires very, name is their testing, but okay, but it requires very in-depth knowledge of Linux, coding, many things, right? So that's why the security tester jobs, it's totally different field. Domain means totally different field, and totally different uh, tools and other things are used. Okay, but it's a part of non-functional testing, right? And so that is, and what we do in security testing, you already know. Name itself says the security, right? We test that how secure the application is. Okay, in that security testers check the loopholes on the application where hackers can attack, right? What and make it safe, right? Okay, so that's what security testing. Now comes the performance testing, which we are talking about. So again, that is a part of non-functional testing, and we are going to learn this. So what are the and see, performance testing cannot be done manually, like how functional testing is done two ways, manual, automation, right? Manually is what we do the things in, without any tool, and when we do the same functional testing using any tool, that is what automation testing it is called automation testing. But automation testing is what actually functional testing only, but doing the things using some tools. Okay, so these are the tools. Now performance testing, this is not done manually. Okay, it is done using tools only. Why it is done using tool, that will also understand. So what are the tools available in market? Performance testing tools, so they are LoadRunner, StormRunner, that is called LoadRunner Cloud, Seal Performer, New Load, IBM RPT, WAPT, VST, Source, Getlink, request, K6, and JMeter. Here JMeter, right? So now you got the idea what we are going to learn. We are going to learn performance testing using tool called JMeter, right? You must have heard like functional testing or automation testing using Selenium. Means what? What is the meaning? We are going to, if anyone says you a course called automation testing using Selenium, it means what? Actually, they are going to teach you functional testing using tool called Selenium. So same here, we are going to learn performance testing, how to do the performance testing using a tool called JMeter. Right? JMeter is tool. What is the meaning of tool? Tool means a software. Okay, even this PPT which I am using or this pen which I am using to draw, this is a tool, right? So using a software, using a technology when we do anything, that is what tools. Now, yeah. Now out of these tools that are available, okay, LoadRunner. LoadRunner is a very highly featured tool in the market. Very highly featured performance testing tool in the market. Okay, it's very highly featured, but commercial tool. Now, what is this commercial means? Commercial means we need to pay to use it. Okay, not free. Yeah. So, like, uh, like nowadays you must have seen that uh, to use any software we have to pay. Earlier, what used to happen, like 5 years, 7 year back, not very long back, 5 year back only, we we could download any software as a crack version and we were using, right? You must have also used even the operating system, Windows operating system. We have used so many crack version on, but nowadays the whole thing has come up such a way. Now this crack concept has gone. Now you have to pay only. Okay, everything. So that's what, to use you are paying, right? You are not, very few tools will be there which will be, I think nowadays that you are using for free. But otherwise everything is paid. Even this pen that I am using to draw, it comes for 1100 rupees. Okay, fine, like that, right? So that's what. So LoadRunner is a very highly featured tool in the performance testing industry, right? But it's a very costly commercial tool. Commercial means you have to buy, so very costly. The company who owns the LoadRunner is called Micro Focus. Okay. Now, now you'll ask me. Okay, I'll come to the JMeter first. Now, what is JMeter? JMeter is purely open source tool. Now, what is open source? Purely source means, for now you can understand it as a free. Means you do not have to pay or you do not have to ask anyone to use it. It is fully free. That's why I have written purely. Purely means to use any feature of JMeter, you do not have to pay anything to anyone, or you do not have to ask anyone. Okay, everything is free. So purely open source tool, correct? And then there is no other open source tool to challenge this in the market. In IT industry, there is no other open source tool, no other open source performance testing tool. I'll write PT2 to challenge this. Well, ask me that for LoadRunner, I'm saying that it's highly featured tool. For this, I'm saying that there is no open source performance testing to challenge this JMeter, right? So when I'm saying this, I'm talking in terms of open source. LoadRunner is what? It's not open source. It's a paid tool. Since it is a paid tool, it's very highly featured tool. Okay. JMeter is what? It's open source. For now, understand that free tool. And there is no other free tool in the market, okay, which can challenge JMeter. So that's why its priority is on top. Now, when you compare the LoadRunner and JMeter feature, I'll tell you, do not get confused. Features of LoadRunner are very high or very more advanced than JMeter. Okay, understand? So that's why I'm writing it's highly featured, but it's paid tool, and this is open source. Now you'll ask me then why we are learning JMeter, why this course is famous. So that is the concept you have to understand. See, nowadays what is going on? Cost cutting is going on. You must have heard that Facebook has fired 11,000, Twitter has fired half of its population, right? Microsoft, Google, like that. Nowadays firing is like on peak. Actually this is not a uh, it's normal, do not worry. Anyone, I'll just tell the industry what is going to, for 1 year it will impact. Actually what happened in COVID time, na, previous year 2021, all the company have hired in bulk, but there is no project, right? Everything is at on, right? Nothing has increased, and they have hired, and they have hired on very large package. So those people who have hired, they do not have work, so that's why they are getting laid off. Okay, so for genuine people, and even though and in India also, many people got fired because of fake experience, fake profile got hired, so they are getting laid off. So who are genuine, they do not have to worry, and for 1 year this will impact. Okay, ignore that, fine. So cost cutting is going on, understand, right? So because of cost cutting, company are switching to this tool. Earlier company used to use LoadRunner 7 years back, 10 years back. Okay, market of LoadRunner was very heavy. Still LoadRunner is used, but only big companies are using it, right? Very big company who have very high budget, they are using it. But mid-scale company or a small project which do not want to invest much on the tool license, right? So they are switching to JMeter. Getting the idea, right? So that is why now this is getting famous, and we are going to learn this. Okay, same concept I'll tell you here. Earlier, long back, okay, 10-15 years back, there was tool called HPFT tool. Still it's there, but nowadays its market is just 5%, I think 5 to 10% in terms of functional automation testing. 15 years back, I'll say. 15 years back its market was like 99%. Okay, 15-20 years back. But then Selenium started slowly coming in the market. Selenium is what? It's open source, like how our JMeter is there. So Selenium is open source automation testing tool. So it started coming in now market nowadays. Selenium is at very highly advanced level. So now what has happened? This is there in the market. This has gone, and this was paid tool. This was commercial tool, paid tool, and this is open source. Correct. And same way this Cypress Protector. These all are like free tools only, open source tools only. APM is just the extension of Selenium for mobile testing, right? So this is same. This is happening here. Now LoadRunner market is just going away. Only few big companies are using, and JMeter market is coming up, and it will boom also in coming future. If you see, go to the LinkedIn or Naukri, right, and type performance testing job, and see JMeter will be there. They must have written JMeter as a requirement. Okay, so you got the idea, right? That what is JMeter, why it is very famous, and why we are going to learn. Okay? And do not compare in future. Do not compare LoadRunner with JMeter. Both LoadRunner has still very high, what we say, features than JMeter. But again, this is a commercial tool, and this is a paid tool. These both are incomparable. We cannot compare. Okay, correct. Now there is chat. Something is there. What is chat? Where is the- No camera sharing. Why I'll share camera, man? Okay, so security testing tool. Yeah, just for information sake, I've written here Metasploit, Burp Suite, SQL maps on RQ. These are some security testing tool that security testers use. Okay, ignore that. Now, see here, so many performance testing tools are written. Okay, out of these, till here, LoadRunner, Stormrunner, Shield Performer, New Load, IBM RPT, WAPT, VSTs, OATS. Till here, all are paid tool, or you can say commercial tool. Okay, this four people in this batch also, I see 32 people are there. So maybe many will be having some performance testing knowledge. You must have heard like Gatling, Lucas, K6. People say this is open source. Okay, means free, but this is not correct. Not correct. Okay, not fully correct. I'll tell you. This Gatling, it's 50% free, 50% paid. Lucas is free. I agree. K6 is free. I agree. But to use this tool, you have to know coding knowledge. Okay, coding knowledge. What coding you have to know? See, for using Gatling, you have to know Scala. Scala is like Java only, extension of Java language. To use Lucas, I think yeah, you have to know Python. And to use K6, you have to know JavaScript. JavaScript. So only those people who know these languages, they can use these three tools. Okay. So again, dependency has increased, right? But when it comes to JMeter, in JMeter, 80% of JMeter, I'll say 80 to 90% of JMeter. To use JMeter, no coding is required. No coding needed. Fine. And features of JMeter is more than this. These all three. So features of the JMeter is more compared to these three. So again, JMeter is anyhow on the top. Correct? In compared to all these three. Fine. And till 90, using till 90% of JMeter, no coding is required. 10% cases we need coding. So where we need coding, that I'll be covering that also in my course content. I'll just show you. So that is what it's called, BeanShell, right? You must have seen in the heading. We'll start from day 41, JMeter and BeanShell, and understanding it with respect to Java. 6 sessions will be there. So this is where I'll be using different use cases that I have made. Okay, where we'll be using Java codes, right, to do these operations and to understand how coding is used in JMeter. That to the Java coding. To do that, 10 to 15% of work. Otherwise, 90% of work in JMeter requires no coding. Understand? Okay, fine. So that is what. Then there are some terms that is related to testing in functional testing world. Any deviation from the requirement or any issue if found, that is called a defect or bug. In non-functional testing, in performance testing, any issue or any deviation from requirement is called bottlenecks. And in security testing, that same term is called vulnerabilities. Okay, these are some technical terms we use. Why we need performance testing? Correct. So if you do the performance testing, it saves from loss of revenue, loss of customer, loss of productivity, damage your brand. So just for an example, we will see this. So let us say today world is the world of competition, right? Competition. Now let us say if Amazon.in is there, and if it doesn't work fine, if it works slow, so will the customer will stick it over there? No, right? They will move to the all other options available. Correct. So if the application is slow, the end user is not happy. He will not come again. The business, you will be losing the business, right? Brand will be collapsing. So that's why we have to make our application faster. And plus, it can accommodate the load also, right? Load. Now, how we know that there is a problem in the application? So these are some symptoms on any application. If you see like slowness to respond, it stucks while browsing, right? You see these kind of errors coming. So this all tells that there is some problem in the performance of the application. And by doing the performance testing, we find these problems, right? Then a few examples of like some real-time examples which shows. So this is just I've written that in history, in previous history, previous like if due to the lack of performance of application, how the revenue has been lost, means how any application has lost their um, customers. So just for an example, I'll read this, like Amazon, right? Amazon.com in 2013, it crashed for 30 minutes. Means for 30 minutes it was down. So while it was down for 30 minutes, it was losing this much business per second. This is the analysis they have done, okay, in the market. It means what, like let us say every minute or every second some users will be coming and doing some, right? Let us say buying some order. So obviously Amazon is getting benefit from that, right? Now for 30 minutes or for 1 hour, let us say Amazon is not available. So for that period, it has lost its business, right? So like that, okay. Same. So like that, few example I have kept it here. So like that in India also, like Flipkart, if you know, they have recently started a big billion day sale from 2014, and in India first this big billion day sale concept was bought by Flipkart only, and they started first in 2014. So that time also what happened, they were first time doing this big billion day sale, and they were selling all the appliance at very less what we say, very less price. Even a good mobile, Micromax mobile used to be there, right? Nowadays Micromax is not there, means that brand is gone. But yeah, that time very famous. So a good Micromax mobile was also sold in rupee 1 rupee only. A good flip trimmer was being sold in 1 rupee only. That was, this is huge discount they have given first time when they did big billion day sale in this year. Okay, now what they did is, this was their first time, and they think that, let us say on Flipkart only 10 lakh people will come on that day. But since they have advertised that they are selling this much good products in so much less price, more than 10 lakh people came, like let us say 20 lakh people came. Okay, now there, the Flipkart was not ready to handle the additional 10 lakh. This is, I'm just saying an example. So that's why what happened, they faced the glitch. You see, this was this is news is still there. I've just taken and kept this link, so that if you want you can read, not required, just for an example sake. Means what we I want to say that performance testing, through performance testing we keep checking the application for that number of users. Let us say you have developed an application and you think that every day on my application 10,000 people will come. So you cannot, in reality you cannot bring 10,000 people, right, to test. So using performance testing tool, you will first test your application, you will make it ready for 10,000 people by doing the performance testing, and then you will make that application in use, so that in real time real 10,000 people starts coming and start using your application, and they should not face any issue. If any user face any issue, he will not come again, right? So that is why, for before real user coming to your application, you should get the performance testing done, and then you release your application in market, right? That is what the concept. Now what is performance testing? So now you people have got the idea, I think, that basically putting the user load on an application and testing its behavior, generally in terms of response time, number of users support, that is what user load, and some other factors, right? This performance testing has generally four objectives: speed, stability, scalability, and reliability. Speed is where we check the how fast the application is responding. Stability, where we check that if the application means when we are using the application for a long time, right, it is stable, its performance is not degrading, it's not breaking. Scalability is where we check that whether application can handle the increasing load means the same example that I just discussed, that okay, 10 lakh people they thought that they will come on Flipkart, but 20 lakh came, so additional increase has happened. So in this we test that whether application can handle additional user or not, and how much it can handle. Then reliability, okay. Reliability again, it tells that to validate, right, to validate whether the application is reliable, under prolonged period of higher user traffic and it's not serving any wrong response. Means suppose 10 lakh or 20 lakh people are using the application, right? So again, it should not uh, send a wrong response to each other, to the users, right? And it should be reliable, correct? It should be doing what it is meant to do, right? So these are the four objectives. Now in this next slide we'll understand that why there is need of performance testing tool, why performance testing cannot be done manually. So see, suppose you have to do the performance testing of an application through manual process, then what you will do, let us say you have to do the testing for 1000 users, right? So you'll bring 1000 people, you'll bring 1000 laptop for them, and then there will be one coordinator, and then all those 1000 people will open, let us say, Flipkart in front of them, and then they will start using that at the same time, and that way you will monitor the application, whether how it is behaving, correct? So okay, fine, this 1000 or 500 people, for 500 people, for 1000 people you can do, but now think like, suppose you have to do that for 5000 people, 10,000 people, 1 lakh people, 10 lakh people. Can you bring real, in real, can you bring 1 lakh people, or even 10,000 people? Can you bring in real 10,000 laptops? Not possible, right? So that's why performance testing is not done manually. We do this through tools, those tools that I have discussed it in previous slide. JMeter is one of the tool. Now tool, what they do is, performance testing tool simulates a real user behavior. It means that, like, how a real user will behave on that application. Like, let us say they will launch the page, they will do something, right? So in same way, this tool will also do the same activity. They will simulate the real user behavior, like launching the web page, doing login, let us say submitting an order, etc. Right? And they can put a desired user load on the server also. You're getting the point? Means what one real user, what it does on the application, the tool will also be doing the same thing on that application. Plus, this tool can generate n number of user load. N number of user load means, if you want to generate 100 user load, this can do. If you want to generate 1000 user load, this tool can do. If you want to generate 10,000 user load, this tool can do. Do not have to bring 10,000 real people, they can generate. That is what it's, this concept is called as virtual users. Means these users are not real, but they are virtually, they are generated, and this all will be doing the same activity on the application which the real user is doing. So but instead of real user doing, these users will be doing through that tool, right? So that is what. And when these will be doing that, we will be monitoring the performance of the application, the response time, uh, the the other performance matrices, correct? So that's what performance testing tool simulates a real user behavior, like browsing the web page, login, submit an order, etc., and generates a desired user load on the server. The tool sends a request in same manner as a real world user sends, and then receives a response from the server. Server means what? From the application, right? In addition, they calculate the time taken to get that response time, which is called time taken to get the response from server, which is called response time, along with other performance metrics, right? So that's what this the users generated by tools are called virtual users. Okay. Now, so what does the performance testing tool do? Finally, they simulate the real user behavior in the form of scripting. What is scripting? I'll make you understand going forward. From day after tomorrow, we'll understand. Then user load generation means how much user load you want to generate, right? And then getting the test statics and result, like response time, the errors, and other thing, correct? Collecting those results, right? That's what. When performance testing can be done, performance testing can be done like anytime, right? So generally, generally when we there is a software development, okay, like here if you see software development is there. Software development has two kind of models nowadays: waterfall and agile. So nowadays agile model is followed, correct? So what happens, it depends in company, okay, different company, different projects. In some project what will happen that when the application is developed, parallelly with the development of application, testing goes on, okay. In some cases when application is fully developed, then they will do the performance testing. So it depends, right? That is what I have written here, okay. Then what are the important phases while doing the performance testing? So different phases are there, like scenario identification, script recording, script enhancement, putting load, execution, report, and result analysis. This is scripting is what it's coming here. So we will be discussing all these in details. Do not worry. Today is just an overview session. Okay. Now here, why to learn JMeter? So you got the idea, right? Why we will be learning the JMeter. JMeter is only pure open source performance testing tool in the market currently. Okay. It's free to use, no license needed. It's easy, light to use, very small software. This much is the size of the software. This is how JMeter looks. I'll tell you. This is the JMeter, right? If you see, this is the tool, very small. Then it just download and use to no installation required. Correct. It requires coding in only 20% of cases, 15 to 20% of cases, right? Rest, it's generally codeless. Coding is not required. Can be integrated with many other tools like Jenkins, Maven, InfluxDB, AppDynamics, Dynatrace, right? Then market trend of JMeter tool is increasing. Just now I've explained the reason why it's increasing, right? Market trend is increasing. So that's why job for JMeter trend person is also increasing. Industry is moving towards full stack QA. Now what is full stack QA? See, full stack QA is those testers who know the manual also. Okay, manual, automation, generally the Selenium, and performance. Performance is what generally the JMeter. So let us say, suppose a person, manual testing is what, nothing, okay, manually you test anything, that is what manual testing. Then either the person will become a automation tester, means he will learn one this s- tool Selenium, using Java or using Python, he will learn this technology, or he can move to performance testing, correct? Now let us say in the industry, to survive, like after 4 years or 5 years of experience, to survive you have to know, you have to acquire more knowledge on different tools. So let us say if there is a automation people, means a automation tester, he have to learn performance testing, and a performance tester is also there. He suppose so he has to learn automation also after 6 or 7 years to survive in the market. So that is what full stack. If you know all this, you are full stack, correct, right? So that is what. Then this tool is also good for developers to test their codes, okay, locally. The JMeter is fully capable in performance testing of this kind of application like HTTP, the web application, web services, REST, so DB queries, page load or UI testing using Selenium WebDriver, then FTP, file download upload cases, right? SMTPs, mobile apps, and many more. This is a screenshot where it shows how many countries performance testing jobs are there. So if you see, mostly it is in India, then it is in USA. Which tool is used? So now you see, generally JMeter is used very widely, and the next tool that is used is, as I said, LoadRunner is there. Correct. Other tools are very rarely used. Which company has more openings on performance testing in India? If you see, so Cognizant has more, TCS, Infosys, King, Capgemini, right? Then slowly Accenture, and then the small companies are there. Okay. Now about me. So my name is Vallav Kumar, short form VK. I have seven plus years of experience in teaching this JMeter. Sorry, working on JMeter. Okay, Loader, New Load, Selenium. Currently working in Bangalore. I've worked on e-commerce, education, banking, and insurance project. I am article author at Profmetrics, and I am associated with Isha Training Solutions and other institute as well to teach JMeter. Okay. So before I go, I'll discuss. So this is what ISA website is there. So this course content is highlighted over here. If you see, if you want, you must have got these links, right? You can go through and check this course content over here. And these are the previous batches I have taken. Like if you see March batch 2020, I have taken so many batches. Okay, this is July batch. Fine. Then uh, 2021 December batch, July 2020 2022 batch, right? 2000, September 2021 batch. So if you see, so many batches I've taken in past, right? This is Chan batch. Okay, I'm just showing like so that if any new people are there who do not know me, they can understand that like I have experience of teaching JMeter from past 3 years, right? You can see here also. Fine. So many batches I have taken. Okay. Then this is what Performetrics website is, a dedicated website on performance testing. Okay. So generally uh, I write articles over there. Okay. Article author at Performetrics. And trainer, I'm a trainer. Okay. JMeter trainer, trainer associated with institute like Isha Training. Okay. I have trained more than 1000 people till. Fine. So that is what. Then if you want to know more about my course, so on the same Performetrics, uh, you can search Performetrics JMeter basic to advanced. Just Google. Okay. Performetrics. This is the Performetrics JMeter basic to advanced. So you'll get this link, and you can learn the feedbacks about the people to whom I have taught. It's written here. So before enrolling, if you want to do some R&D, right, about me, the trainer, so you can do at this link also. You can read the feedbacks. Then what application I'll be using? So there will be three applications for whole course content covering. I'll be using this JPET store application. Then two more application are there, like Adaptin for initial understanding. Then this Nope Commerce is there. Okay, to to understand some of the scenarios. Fine. This is what Nope Commerce is there. Okay. So, and apart from that, few more application will also be shared to you. We can practice at on your own. Then this will be the topics. I'll be sharing these topics with you also. This is day wise topic, segregated in day wise manner, so that if you do not want to visit any website and just to check the course content, if you want, you can read. So today we are covering the day one, like that. If you see day two, day three, This is how topics will be covered each day, and total how many days are there if we go down. So till here, till 47. Okay, almost 47, 48 days um, session it will be there. So you can think like almost 3 month session. Okay, 3 month session, 4 to 5 days a week, 4 to 5 days in a week per week, right? And timing will be as usual 9 p.m. to 10:30, 10:20 or 10:30, correct? Or 10:20, Monday to Friday, Monday to Friday. Fine. Then this is my PPT if you see, using which I used to teach. So I'll just scroll down if you see. Uh, okay, this whole if I just scroll down, so there total how many PPTs are there till here? See, 237 PPTs. So you can understand how huge this course content will. Okay, or from the day wise topic also you can identify. Fine. So coming back to the benefits of this course, so all real-time examples will be given. JMeter Pro plus training certification will be given. Training session will be carried online, like how this is done now. This is important. Each day recorded videos will be given to you through YouTube with lifetime access. Okay, videos with lifetime access via YouTube. Then 3 real-time project that I have shown you that will be used for example. After learning this course and practicing well, you can easily show or you can crack interview up to 2 to 3 years of experience. Notes, documents, JMeter script, report, templates, resume, these all will be provided. Okay. This even this PPT which I am using to teach all will be provided. You can also join future batch for free in case if you are unable to complete current batch. Let us say if you are unable to complete the this batch, but you have paid full fees, you can join any future batch for free. Okay, that is also, that option is there. Okay, who can enroll? Anyone who wants to learn performance testing and JMeter from basic to advanced level. Those who have knowledge of basic knowledge of JMeter and want to know in-depth knowledge on JMeter. Those who want to make performance testing as a career, they all can enroll. Now coming to the key highlights of course content. Okay, so key highlight, uh, I'll just read this out because this is very huge, and few people who have the background of performance testing they can understand. Few those are who new they cannot understand, right? So this will be like me just reading. Okay, so like 3 real-time project will be covered: application scripting challenges. We'll be covering the best practices for recording, scripting, enhancement, execution, HTML report generation, test suite preparation, JMeter introduction, launching, its history, download. We'll be understanding core concept of performance testing. We'll be talking about HTTP protocol in detail. Right? If I just minimize this course content parallelly here, so just this. It's not moving. So from with this course content, I'll just hide parallel. I'll show this as well. So see day two, okay, introduction and all those things, right? Then core concept of performance testing and HTTP protocol in detail. So we'll be covering here day three, all these topics. Fine. Then that was core concept of performance testing and about HTTP protocol. So day three, day four, and till day five with server side performance testing, client server architecture understanding till this point. Then we'll be talking about this recording in JMeter in detail, where this will be covered day 6, all these topics. Day 7, correct? And till day 8, right? So 3 days to understand recording in JMeter. So you understand here I've just written main topic. Here they are segregated in day wise. Then day 9. Day 9 will be understanding about this JMeter directory, files, folders, plugin installation and uninstallation in day 9. Then we will be taking one scenario. Sorry. From day 10, we'll be taking one scenario. We'll be understanding everything, end-to-end recording, okay, and enhancement. Finding the dynamic value. That's what end-to-end scripting and enhancement will start for 3 applications, for 3 real-time scenarios. Correlation, parameterizations, right? We'll start. You see here, use of regular expression extractors, correct? In day 12, like that. Then same, right? Test data preparation, heap size settings. So these all will be there here. Test data preparation, heap size setting, use of cookie manager, cache manager, understanding this correlation parameterization, correct, regular expression and in detail, right? So this will go on. Enhancement, use of functions, if you see, correct, use of assertions, right? This enhancement will take like 6 to 7 days. Use of think time, custom coding, what is pacing, error handling, correct, script and stabilization, then understanding the this ramp up, ramp down, loop, duration, right? All these things. So this till here we'll be learning about product booking scenario. Then we'll take user registration scenario. As I said, three scenarios will be covered, right? So user registration again, this till here user registration till day 20. Then login scenario will take. Then again we'll learn more about this epoch time shift functions, aggregate report listener, parallel controller. All this will be learned. Then regular expression in detail. You can see regular expression in detail. 3 days on regular expression with all these topics. You see, you can read it by yourself. Okay, I cannot read. These are so many, right? Then test data preparation again on CSV. Okay, test data preparation again. Then execution will start. Right, execution, HTML report generation, analysis. Okay, so that will start here. Executions, heap, understanding heap thing, execution, report generation, day 5. Right, understanding the report, test run and analysis. This is what understanding it. Where 90 percentile, what is AppDex, what are different type of performance testing, all this bottleneck, baseline, benchmark, right here we will be learning that.